share my screen here. And Kent, just let me know, are you able to see what appears to be a login screen?
Yep.
Okay. So hi, everybody. As Kent said, I'm Chris Boehm, the tech lead for mobile applications here at Predictive Solutions. We've been working on a cross-platform app here. So everything you see here, even though I'm running it on an iPhone 6 simulator, this is pretty much exactly what it's going to look like on the Android as well. iPhone simulator has just sort of behaved a little better for me for these sort of webinars. So here we are at the login screen here. Nothing fancy here. I've already got my login information set up here. As you can see, we've already got the predictivesolutions.com part of your server URL filled out. So I'm just basically just have to type your company in this box here, and it fills out the rest for you. I'm just going to type IFC here. You'll briefly see a sync screen showing that it's downloading all the data to the device. So what you might notice is different here is the bottom, the menu is no longer on the bottom of the screen here. We now have this slide out menu on the left side of the screen. You can either use your finger and swipe from the left to bring this up, or there's the icon at the top left of the screen here. You can also tap this. It'll bring it up. So I've got a menu here that pretty much resembles the old menu. We've got inspections, open issues, the new incidents feature here, and support. And you can see there's a number 2 next to open issues, meaning I have 2 open issues that need addressed. So let's, I guess we'll start from the top here. Select inspections here. It's going to tell me I don't have any inspections at this time, and to use the new inspection button below. So we've added a button at the bottom of the screen here. Remember, this is going to look exactly the same on Android or iOS pretty much. And tapping all these fields will bring a pop-up, and all these pop-ups are totally searchable. And we can enter in some, if we tap on these text fields here, we'll also get a pop-up. And by the way, the app is also, we can also type sideways. In fact, what's new here is actually most of the app, in fact, all of the app is landscape enabled. So for our tablet users out there that like to have their iPads connected to a keyboard, you tend to use them in a sideways fashion like this. The app will work just fine now. I know that was a struggle for some users with tablets before, is that they had to sort of keep turning the device. We'll hit start inspection here. Immediately we're on the checklist screen here, where we can sort of tap these fields, inspection type first, pick an inspection type here, and it's going to fill out, show a drop-down list of your inspection categories. Tapping on any of these will expand it. If I try to create an unsafe observation here, I'm just going to tap on the, it's hard to see, you can't see what my fingers are doing right now, but I'm going to tap on the red box next to adequate lighting here. And it's going to tell me first I need to select an area. These labels might be different for you. For us, this might typically say company, contractor. For us, it's area. Now I should be able to create an unsafe. So what's different about this screen is we're sort of, we're immediately giving you the opportunity to add a photo of this because we feel like it's important. So the first field, you also have your count field up here where you can increase this number or you can type directly into the box. Now I've tapped on the photo button here, and I can either take a photo with my camera or select one from the gallery. Since I'm using a simulator here, I can't really use a live camera, so I'm going to use the tap select photo. Bring up my gallery here. I've got a lovely picture of my mouse, as you can see. If I tap on this picture again, all of a sudden I get some new options here. I can save this picture to the gallery. I can remove it and pick a new one, and also annotate. So I'll tap on this. So this brings you to the photo edit screen. Here I have a few different primary colors to choose from. In the future, we definitely want to add some more colors eventually to this. That's something we're talking about right now. But right now, we just have a few basic, probably the most commonly used ones. So I can draw a circle here and tap this text box here. I can add a comment. I can change the color of this comment, position it, and we can save this. So now it's saved my text and my drawing here, and we can even save this to the gallery. If I tap on that, it goes right to the gallery. And if I tap corrected, you'll see another photo button shows up here where we can add a corrected photo. So if this were an unsafe condition and we resolved it, we would want to take a photo of that and attach it here as well. Now this sort of, you see that this last picture here is actually the photo I just saved in my gallery. So we won't use that one. It's one of Apple's sort of stock waterfall pictures here. Lovely. So we would fill out the rest of these fields here. We would choose a severity, of course. If you wanted to change these date fields, you would just tap on the blue text here. But this is sort of something we're retroactively entering. Maybe we fixed it yesterday. Just choose that, hit done. Type in some comments. And hit Save Changes at the bottom here. So now we have a number 10 showing up in the red box, showing we observed 10 unsafe observations. For recording a safe, we can either tap the green box or we can press and hold the green box. So tapping it will, like I'm doing right now, will just increase the count by 1. Pressing and holding it will bring us to the safe detail screen where we can add a photo, maybe change the area segment or enter some comments. Once again, we can add a photo onto this. Save that. That's entering safe and unsafes on this screen. We also have the top of the screen here, a help button. In case anybody's confused on how to use this screen, you can always tap the question mark and it'll explain the difference between tapping the green button, pressing and holding the green button, etc. We also have a magnifying glass icon at the top here, so if you're unsure of which category something belongs in or which inspection type something belongs in, you can bring up this category search feature. So if I'm looking for a ladder, for instance, you see as I'm typing each letter, it's filtering out this list here. So ladder in good condition, that's what I am looking for. I can tap on that. It automatically jumps me to the ladders and stairs category that contains the ladder in good condition that I was looking for. I can mark a few states on that. So once I'm finished here, I just tap the finished button at the bottom of the screen. It's going to give me a brief inspection quality report broken down by inspection type. It's going to list the number of safe, unsafe observations and the number of comments I entered. And we can either finish and sync now, which will upload the inspection immediately, or we can hit finish later. So for now, I'll hit finish later. And so it's going to add it to my inspections dashboard here. And if I want to come back to edit this inspection later, it'll be here on my device. It's not yet uploaded to the server. If I come in here and edit it again, maybe I'll add one more safe observation here. So now I'm finished with this inspection. I'll hit finish again. This time I'll hit finish and sync. It's going to give me a confirmation screen just letting me know that I'm about to upload one inspection. I'll hit continue. And off it goes, giving me a percentage progress at the bottom there. And it's going to refresh all of my checklist data as well, so that I have all the latest categories and issues. So now that inspection is gone off my dashboard there. So I'll open our menu back up here, and I'll check out the open issues area. One of the things the Android app did not have until now is these thumbnails on the open issues screen. Much improved from the previous version of the Android app. And we're also grouping these open issues by the contractor, or in my case, the area, first floor atrium kitchen. I only have 2 of these here, but we can also filter our open issues list, so some of you might have a much larger list than I do here. So we can actually tap on this gear icon in the top right, and we'll have some options here. I'll tap on severity here, and I can choose high or low. But I only want to see the high severities. I'll select high, and I'll hit save, and see it's actually filtered out that other issue. If I want to reset my filters, I just tap the gear icon again. I can hit this reset all button in the top right. We'll clear all the filters. We can sort of start over. We can also search by date range. We can also hide or show certain fields. So if I really don't care about the date, I can uncheck the date there. And the date goes away off of this list. So let me just, here's that observation I just created. One other thing I should point out here is that we have some color-coded severities on the left side of the screen here. So this issue with my mouse here is a low severity, so it's got a blue bar next to it. The high severity has an orange bar next to it, and life threats would be red. And actually, I can just tap this question mark icon at the top of the screen. It's going to explain that to me as well. So let me just dive into one of these issues here. and it's going to look a lot like the tap on this photo thumbnail here. Bring up a full view of that photo. It's going to just give me a rundown, basically, of all the issue details. And if I want to correct this issue, I tap on Corrected here. It's going to give me the opportunity to add a corrected photo. So we can do that here. And we can choose our now we have some new fields that appear here right at the top. Previous app, these fields would sort of appear all the way at the bottom of the screen, but since we're correcting this issue, it sort of makes sense to see them right away. So I can choose these fields here. Type in some corrected comments. And save this issue. And now it's, as you can see, it's disappeared from my list. Now, if you want to still see the resolved issues in this list, you can just go back to this config screen in the top right again. You can check this resolved box. And now it's going to show that issue, and it's going to be highlighted in green to indicate that it's a resolved issue. And we're also going to see at the top of the screen that we have one open, one resolved issue in this list. So if I open my side menu again here, you'll see now the open issues menu icon is 1 out of 2. Means that I've corrected 1 out of 2 issues. So this one issue is ready to be synced. And you'll also notice the sync bar at the bottom of the screen has a 1 on it as well, indicating that I have something that needs to be synced. So let's check out incidents here. Tap on the incidents item. If you're entering an incident on the phone, you'll come here. It's going to basically the same setup as the inspections tab. It's going to tell you that you don't have any incidents currently. Tap add a new incident. So we can actually add multiple photos when creating an incident. You might obviously have more than one angle of something you want to take. So we'll just tap this add edit photos button at the top. It's going to bring up a sort of a gallery page, and we can tap add photo. I can sort of select my mouse photo here. Select a whole bunch of these. And we'll do one more. So I've added 4 photos to this incident. Hit finish. It's going to say I have 4 photos attached in the top right there. And then I can start filling out the rest of my data. Again, all of these boxes are searchable. I'll search for myself where I am. Some of these boxes are actually multi-select, so incident type here. Maybe I want to pick injury. Maybe I also want to pick near miss, lost time. We'll pick 3 of those, hit save, and they're all going to show up right here. If you have any custom fields for incidents, they're going to be under this supplemental section. Body part affected. This is going to be a multi-select. So once you're done entering all of your incident data, you can hit Save Incident. going to leave it here on your dashboard, but it still needs to be synced. So we'll open up our menu and do that now. So now we see we have a number 1 next to incidents, or 1 out of 2 next to open issues. So we have two things we need to upload. So all you have to do is tap the sync bar at the bottom left. We'll bring up our confirmation dialog here. It's about to be uploaded. We'll hit continue. And off it goes. And that's, yeah, pretty simple. That's basically it. We also have our support screen here, where if you're having any issues with sync, whether your device might not have the latest data, maybe something went wrong with your inspection, no problem. You can just hit this report a problem button here. It's going to pre-fill out your name here. You can type subject and phone number here. And if you're having sync problems uploading an inspection for whatever reason, you can flip this switch on here, put a description of your problem, and hit send. It's actually going to upload any inspection data you might have, photos, and it's going to send it directly to our support team to address your issues. That's actually a new feature as well this time around. Kent, did I miss anything? Anything you should go over again, or you want to open it up to questions?
Yeah, let's do that. Chris, thanks very much for doing this demonstration of our mobile app, and yeah, I'll let it open for anybody. Again, in the top right of your screen, or depending upon how you got into the webinar, you might have it in the middle of your screen. There's a chat function. You can click on that if you have any questions. This session has been recorded, so I will ensure that this recording gets sent out to everybody in attendance, as well as folks. We'll send it to our key contacts for all customers, so they already have it. So even if you didn't, somebody wasn't able to make it, they'll get it. But with that, I'm going to check our chat, see if anybody has any questions. I think I don't see any coming across. The design is was really considered, and a lot of pain went into that to make sure that it's easy to use. And I think you'll like some of these new features again, especially if you're an Android user. This something a lot of new functions for you out there. But I don't see any questions coming across, so I hope you enjoyed this webinar. And again, we're going to have the next one on November 9th on how to create data use plans with all the data that you're collecting. So thanks everybody for joining, and I'll shoot out the recording in a couple days. Take care, everybody.